Oh, boy, that's a lineman's dream right there, trying to pancake a defensive back in the open field.
Here's the call.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 3, 15-yard penalty. Result, first down.
That's a penalty against Kapaa, and this is definitely not what you want here if you're a Kapaa fan, as you're helping the offense here. Also got the first down, so it tacked on another 10 yards more after that.
Yep, you know, you cannot give the champion extra opportunities here or any extra help. They're fine on their own, trust me.
So first and 10 from the Kapaa 40. And there's some movement on the line. Looks like it's going to be against Kapaa.
Encroachment, defense number 68, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's a defensive tackle there. That's JB Araula Dulaga.
Yeah, you can see Kapaa, they're kind of pressing over here. They need to maintain composed and see if they can get a stop.
So first and 5 now, Tejada in the wing tee. Now we'll go up the middle. Runs over one of his blockers there. But he does what he needs to get the first down.
Yeah, by any means necessary, right? You know, when Tejada runs downfield, watch out. We'll see here on the replay. Again, great job. You can here on Oahu, you kind of see Kahuku do this a lot here, where they get pulling linemen and they try to penetrate, one of the A or the B gap there with their brute force.
So Agbayani and Tejada, both of the brothers in. As Joshua Tejada will get the carry again up the middle. And he'll get stopped forward, but not after a good 7-yard run.
Yep, and this is a very typical Lahainaluna drive here. They don't mind piecing multiple plays here as long as they, chew up some clock. Coming into this drive, there was a 4-minute disparity in favor of Kapaa in time of possession. So Lahainaluna, you're trying to take care of the ball.
So second down here from the Kapaa 22, long snap count. Tejada goes left, has some open space. Now with some open room, the 5 tiptoes his way in. 18-yard rushing touchdown for Lahainaluna. And that's going to be Tejada's second rushing touchdown on the afternoon.
Just a really impressive number, folks. Joshua Tejada has been in this situation so many times here, leading his team. And it's the blocking. Pure and simple. It's the blocking, especially on this drive. They're able to get off the point of attack a lot better than Kapaa does. And it's showing here on this drive.
And now on to attempt the extra point is going to be Costco. As they're in a nice tight formation here. Snap, kick is up. And that is good. So Lahainaluna responds back with another score, 14-7. You're watching the Division II State Championship game on Stadium Stars.
What does the Hawaii Pacific Health Great Aloha Run mean to you?
I want to be healthier, so
it means I have a goal to motivate me.
Plus, it's great that it raises money.
For Hawaii charities, I totally support.
Having fun with 25,000 friends.
It's been a great tradition since 1985.
Join us on Monday, February 17th. Walk, jog, or run. Everyone is welcome. Early sign-ups are available now. Register at greataloharun.com.
And welcome back to Aloha Stadium. We're going to look back here at the 18-yard rushing touchdown from Joshua Tejada.
Yep, I mean, they were able to get Neil Agbayani there as a blocking back, paving the way here for Tejada, and that's what Joshua Tejada does. Just score touchdowns in the state championship game like it's no one's business.
You talk about what the Lunas have done here in the state championship game. I mean, this is going to be their 7th appearance since 2007, and they're trying to get their 4th straight state championship game. And, I mean, what a run Lahainaluna has had in the past couple of years.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's like a football factory there on the west side of Maui. You know, also, too, you know, you talk about the dynasty, right, that Lahainaluna is creating. I think a lot of people would have been hard-pressed to figure who in Division I or Division II, you know, could surpass Iolani's reign in the 2000s, and Lahainaluna is doing it here in this decade.
As Sandoval's kick is going to be returned here from one of the Kapaa return men. That's Jericho Castro. And Castro will set up the Warriors here in good starting field position at their own 33.
Yep, it's going to be important here as you see the kickoff return. There's less than 4 minutes left here. Kapaa will need to develop their 4-minute drill, mix in some runs, but they got to look downfield also to move the ball.
So Kahanu Davis will check back in, as now will be to his left, trips to the near side, single man up top. Davis looks to the sideline. It's like a change of play here. Play clock at 2. And they're not going to get this off in time. It's going to be a delay of game against Kapaa.
Timeout, Kapaa, called before the delay of game.
As it looks like Kapaa was able to get a timeout just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the kind of stuff that, you know, you talk about momentum and trying to stay within that game. Kapaa comes out on their first drive, and they look to change the play. And it's just unfortunate that, you know, they have to burn a timeout here to save some yardage here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Not an ideal way to start a drive, and, you know, I thought that was a good call there by Coach Raposo and company to settle their troops down on offense. But Kapaa, they're keeping in mind not only are we moving the ball, but we're going to make sure Lahainaluna, as much as possible, does not get the ball back here to end the first half.
Yeah, and I think if Kapaa can go ahead and take their time on this drive, kind of milk the clock, but they go ahead and finish the drive with a score, heading into the locker rooms for halftime, I think that's where Kapaa wants to be, moving on forward here with 3:55 left to go. So here we go, 1st and 10 after the timeout. Davis will give to Now. As Bubba Now again back to work. Well, we've seen all of him in the first half. Rushing on forward. This one good for 9.
Yeah, coming into this drive, Baba Now 69 yards on the ground here with a touchdown. And I like what Kapaa is doing there. They're going to wrap up tempo. They're going to go without a huddle here. Keep in mind, Lahainaluna will receive the kickoff in the second half, so Kapaa will need to do good on this possession.
Trips to the near side, 2nd and 1 from their own 42-yard line. Man goes in motion, the fake. Davis going to take a shot downfield over the middle and falls incomplete as he had Drayden Iwamoto, as he had a step on Bryson Ricard, but this pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, Iwamoto was trying to track the ball here, and it's really hard to do it here in this, you know, afternoon sun here in Halaba. Just kind of lost track of the ball. I mean, Davis, a very strong throw there.
So 3rd and 1, Davis gives to Bubba Now, and Now will just kind of bulldozing his way over some defenders here into Lahainaluna territory at the 39-yard line. We'll move the chains.
Chaz, that was an angry run there by Baba Nao. We'll check it out over here. Again, great job by the offensive line there, springing the gap here, and he's going to take full advantage. And you know what's good about Baba Nao running? He always finishes off the run physically.
So trips to the near side. Single man up top. Puts a man in motion. Davis will fake the give. Now we'll reverse the run to the near sideline. And we'll get escorted out of bounds near the 28-yard line. And you know what? I'm loving the play calling here from the Kapaa offense.
Yeah, no doubt about it here. They had the defensive flow going one way. Kanu Davis very skilled here on the read option, goes the other way, and he also is a very gifted runner himself.
Kuhalua gonna be in, checking in, and he'll get the run up the middle. Kuhalua will get the first down to the 20-yard line and doing his impression of Bobanao on that one.
Yep, very patient runner. I think Kuhalua kind of showed a little Joshua Tejada here. Very patient here. Then explodes when he gets into the second level. Chisholm saw Chisholm, I should say, with probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
And Lahainaluna sensing
Lahainaluna.
some
First
momentum
timeout of the
shifts
half.
here as they're going to signal for their first timeout of the half.
Yep, a great time out there, Chaz, because I thought Lahainaluna was really up against it here. Kapaa, all the momentum, and they're really beating Lahainaluna in the trenches, no doubt about that.
And now let's go ahead and talk about the Kapaa side of things here. I mean, you talk about them time and time again. They have the pieces to do so, but they were just unable to pull the victory off the last game of the season. They were here 3 times. One in 2015 against Radford. They lost in that one. That was the first time that they ever came to the state championship. And also back in 2016 against Lahainaluna. And also last year, a tight matchup, 34-32.
Yeah, and you see the Lahainaluna fans taking shade in the blue section there. Again, this really brutal afternoon heat here. It's only a matter of time there, and we gotta love that shout out.
Good to see Lahainaluna fans making the trip here to Oahu.
Yep, even the Kauai fans coming out in force.
So here comes Kapaa after the timeout, 1st and 10. As fake as Davis goes left side, and he's gonna take a shot here on 1st down. Really no running room there as Lahainaluna was able to kind of hold up the hose there.
Great discipline there, Chaz, by the Lahainaluna defense. They tried to get the flow going to Kuhalua's direction, but you saw all the redshirts stayed home there, and it was awaiting Davis's arrival there.
So 1-yard gain to make it 2nd and 9. Just under 2 minutes now here in the second quarter. Davis will put a man in motion and he'll fake it. Patiently running, stiffs arms, couple of people still on his feet, cuts back inside near the 10-yard line. And that's going to be close to the 1st down here for Kapaa.
Yeah, you can kind of feel the excitement here. You can feel the tingle, as a football fan. Both of these teams knows what's at stake. You know that they're good in the ground game. And it's almost mirror images of each other. The formations may be different, but the way that they're being successful, almost the same way.
So it's going to be 1st and goal here for Kapaa. Bubba now will get the give, and he'll get stopped for now. As again, getting his paw on him, that's going to be Tuiapolotu Lai, excuse me.
Yep, and again, there's, close to just a minute left on the clock. Kapaa is accomplishing what they want to. They're taking time off the clock, but very near for a score.
So Davis will fake on the slant, and this one falls incomplete as he was trying to find La'akea Gonzalez coming in across the wide receiver route.
Yep, very similar to how they scored earlier with Iwamoto. Here off of the RPO. But that, I'm not sure if Joshua Tejada playing linebacker there got a tip on that, but it was a well-devised play. The execution just wasn't there.
As
Second
Kapaa
timeout
will
of the
take
half.
their 3rd and final timeout here to kind of draw up a play with 54 seconds left. We'll keep it right here. And as we kind of get into
Correction, that's
the
Kapaa's
last
3rd timeout and
closing
final
moments
timeout
here,
of the
Ryan.
half.
What do you think are some keys, adjustments that already we can start seeing going into the second half?
Well, basically what you want to do in these championship matchups, especially with 2 veteran teams, is what can you do to really make the other team uncomfortable? Do you load up in the box? Do you sell out against the run and force them to pass? Those are things that, we're going to look forward to in the second half. And Coach Raposo, Coach Ricard, Coach Watson for Lahainaluna, all of them are masters as far as making those adjustments, just as you alluded to earlier in the broadcast.
So back after the timeout here, fans getting into it now. Third and goal here for Kapaa. They'll go double wides. Now going to be the running back, Davis, out of the gun. He's going to pass. Has time. Will now rush with it. Has nowhere to go. And he'll stop forward at the 6-yard line. 45 seconds and counting now, as the Kapaa is going to have to set things up here quickly.
Yep, they're going to take their time here. They're going to bring the field goal unit out, get the points, right before halftime, as they should. You never want to go empty-handed, especially on a 10-play, 61-yard drive, already 3 minutes elapsed.
As Lahainaluna will signal for a timeout here.
Timeout, Lahainaluna. Second timeout of the half.
Dare they, Kapaa, try to go for the fake? I know everyone's thinking about it, but the wise move here is to get the 3 and, just being down by 4 going into the halftime. But they've accomplished a lot of things here. Only 24 seconds on the clock. Lahainaluna, if they do get the ball, it's going to be very, not a lot of time for them to drive right back at them.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it here that I really don't see Kapaa really trying to catch anybody off guard here. Head coach Philip Raposo said, we're not coming into this game. We're not really looking forward to doing any trick plays. We need to just execute good football, execute our plays. And I think that's going to be the key for Kapaa moving on forward here in this football game. So I think so far, though, Philip Raposo has to be pleased with his staff and his guys for going out there and working hard in the first half.
Yeah, I think the boys have shown Coach Raposo that they can respond under duress.
So La'akea Gonzalez right in the middle, going to attempt a 23-yard field goal. The kick is up, and that will be good to get Kapaa on the board here. Going to make it 14-10 now with 26 left to go. And I tell you what, you end up, yes, they would like a touchdown, but you come up with a drive, you take time off the clock, you come up with a little bit of momentum on this drive to make it 14-10.
Yeah, I bet this is what championship teams do here. As you see the Gonzalez field goal there to put Kapaa within 4. But the execution has been really well done here. Very few penalties. It's been a really clean ball game here and really fan-friendly.
Indeed, there you see the Lahainaluna fans enjoying the game so far. And again, this is our first game of a long day. It's going to be a triple header here, as 2 other championships will also be on the line as well. Moving on forward here tonight as we keep on going. But so far, the Division II games are always very close and always very fun to call. So I'm just glad that we're here for the opportunity to see both of these teams here compete this afternoon.
Especially 2 neighbor island teams who have dominated their islands here and coming here to Oahu here for the championship, and now everyone can see what they're cooking on the neighbor islands.
And here's Gonzalez with a little squib kick and able to secure it here for Lahainaluna. It's Kai Bookland. And what a good kick there from La'akea Gonzalez, kind of catching the Lahainaluna special teams off guard.
Again, it's execution, Chaz. The coach draws up, informs them what they need to do, and they are executing really well. And both sides are. And that's why this game is where it's at here at this point.
19 seconds left on the clock here for Lahainaluna. Storer comes back into the game. Puts a man in motion. That's Silva Viella. And Viella will get to the 33-yard line on first down.
Yeah, I don't think Lahainaluna is going to be using their last time out here.
And that will do it here. That will signal the end of the first
End
half.
of the first half.
14-10. Don't go away, everybody. Me and Ryan will be back here for the second half on Stadium Stars. You're watching the Division II State Championship game here on Stadium Stars. And welcome back to Aloha Stadium. Second half action about to get underway here in the Division II State Championship game between the Lahainaluna and the Kapaa Warriors. 14-10 is our score. Chaz Mihar, Ryan Nagano up here in the press box booth. And Ryan, I tell you what, halftime adjustments are made. Both teams are back out and ready to get back at that, back to playing some football.
Yeah, with Lahainaluna up 4, this is a big spot for them, for their offense here. See if they can get a touchdown and go up by 2 possessions.
As Laque Gonzalez gets a punt, and this one stays in bounds. As Lahainaluna will return it back to the 15-yard line. But some quick first half stats for you for Kapaa. Na'o is running for 99 yards, 1 touchdown, and 15 attempts, which on the flip side, Joshua Tejada had 15 carries for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. For passing, not really too much numbers here for both teams, as there's only one completion for 13 yards for Mr. Davis on the Kapaa sideline, as Joshua Tejada and company will head back to work here on first down. We'll get to the 24-yard line, and this is more of the same of what we're going to start seeing more from Lahainaluna.
Yeah, no doubt about that here. And keep in mind, this is the last half of football for Joshua Tejada's career. I mean, there's a whole slew of people here, seniors out on the field, laying it all out here.
As Tejada will go to the right side, but most importantly, we'll get the first down here to the 30-yard line. 6-yard pickup on the play.
One thing to keep in mind here is you're going to check out another Tejada run on the right side here. We're talking about Joshua Tejada approaching history here. Coming into this half, he was 61 yards shy of breaking Mike Hirokawa's record. Hirokawa, 2005 grad from Iolani. But so Tejada, the way he's running the football, could be happening on this drive.
So here's Tejada, breaks some open space. And he'll add another 14 yards to that one. We'll move the sticks for Lahainaluna first down.
Yeah, and, you know, it's really small nuances here where Lahainaluna is able to get off the ball a little bit better. You see, I can see the Kapaa defensive line. They're talking to each other here. They're going to switch positions, see if they can stop this running attack.
So here's Lahainaluna again. Tejada will will run with it. He'll get brought down at the line of scrimmage. Josefa Leae coming up with the tackle.
Yeah, Leae again here. Just previously, he was talking with fellow lineman Tafea and Baltazar here. They switched positions on the line here, looking to get that penetration, and it worked out on that last play.
So make it 2nd down and 8 here from the Luna's 46-yard line. Long snap count. Tejada will wait patiently, go left side, and he'll get gang tackled again, but it looks like there's another penalty, or going to be a penalty here after the play.
Yeah, looks like it could be a hold here on the Lunas.
Leai and Jeffrey Brown tag teaming tackle there. We'll head downstairs for the call.
Holding, offense number 77, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And I'll say this, Ryan, I think this is the first holding call that we've seen here against Lahainaluna. And like you said in the first half, both sides have been doing a good job about playing clean football. And so this, as we see it right now, is not really too bad, but it does bring them to 2nd and long here from the 36-yard line. And so here's a switch as Derek Perez will get the give from Tejada going the other way. And now I say due to the penalty, we'll set up a 3rd and long.
Well, that front line has done a really good job there holding up. They're responsible for 2 gaps each, which is a huge assignment. But the linebackers are able to fill. You don't see a lot of the linemen on the past couple plays making contact with Kapaa linebackers, and then that's how they're able to get into the backfield.
So 3rd and 18 now from the Lahainaluna 36-yard line. 9:20 here in the 3rd quarter. Tejada will get the run as he'll get back close to the original line of scrimmage. They're not going to be enough for the first down, but nice job on the tackle that time by number 25.
Yeah, Nicky Komelamela there. And that penalty was a huge one, Chaz. Especially with the down and distance. You saw that Lahainaluna went the conservative route on 3rd and long, and they're going to try to play the field position game here.
And so now back to return. It's going to be Davis, and it's going to be Brown.
Wow, Kahanu Davis returning kicks.
Kai Chawat. As we do have a penalty here.
Delay of game, offense number 3, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And kind of from bad to worse here goes Lahainaluna on to start here the second half, as a penalty will move them back 5 yards, a delay of game. As Storr awaits the snap to punt, as he'll get a nice leg into this one, end over end. Davis will take it, makes one man miss, and he'll finally get brought down at the 37-yard line where Kapaa will take over. And I wanted to mention this as going back to the halftime stats. Talk about time of possession. Both of these teams, Ryan, as we know, they really like to run the football, and Kapaa really does that as like a counter effect to what Lahainaluna does. They come into a different set, but look at the numbers: 14-27 in the first half for Kapaa to 9-33.
And that's a huge part of the game, Chaz, because anytime you can get Joshua Tejada and that offense off the field, that has to be a win for Kapaa.
And so Davis checks back into the ball game. Babanao from the gun will get the carry as he kind of nickels and dimes his way forward for a couple on that one. Again, Babanao with 99 yards and 1 touchdown in the first half.
Yep, I think he just made 100 off of that run there. And then he's been running hard. He's been running angry. One of the things, Chaz, to look for here is the adjustment, as you mentioned, because Lahainaluna did really well in last year's championship game to stop Kapaa's offense.
As Kahanu Davis on second down on the keeper will take that yard back, as the Lahainaluna defense standing strong. Matthew Rabino on the tackle.
Yep, we'll check it out here in the replay again. Good job just filling that outside gap there by Rabino, the 6'4", 210-pound senior, playing edge defender there. Very important because Davis loves running on the perimeter.
It's 3rd and 10. Lahainaluna rushing 3. Davis has time to throw. Will rush to his right, trying to escape, but he's going to get brought down for a sack. And guess who? Matthew Rabino, the senior, with a big defensive play on 3rd down.
You know, Rabino did the job there. He's going to get credit for the sack, but tremendous job there by the coverage. This was definitely a coverage sack here for the Lunas. You see Davis loves to roll to his right there. And could be a horse collar maybe, but again, nevertheless, they were able to stop Davis doing what he does best, and that's keeping plays alive as a dual threat quarterback.
So Asad Chaisam and Trey Ricard back to return here for the Lunas, as Laakea Gonzalez gets a boot into this one. This will go to Asad Chaisam. We're changing field direction, and he'll kind of just slide down to the turf to the 34-yard line. And we'll return back as Lahainaluna will have it after this break. You're watching the Division II State Championship game here on Stadium Stars.
Well, I heard Marcus Mariota can throw football into the clouds.
Well, I heard Marcus Mariota doesn't just help old ladies cross the street. He carries them 2 at a time.
That's ridiculous. Well, I heard Marcus Mariota goes to First Hawaiian Bank. Look! Hi.
Oh, awesome. Who's got the pen?
You actually have it.
And welcome back to Aloha Stadium. Chaz Mihara, Ryan Nagano, and during that break, yes, I chose yellow and I won. Thank you very much.
Yep.
But what a defensive battle we've been witnessing so far. And, we talked a lot about the offense, about the running game, the rushing game. But I really think both defensive have really stepped up here to the latter part of this game on really stopping both sides' offenses.
Yeah, you know, when a team is facing a third down, you know, I think that's really a telltale sign of how good the defense is. Bend but don't break. You see Lahainaluna, they're starting this drive.
So the Lunas come back out here as now it's going to be Derek Perez coming from the slot side on the wheel. As Iosefa Lae coming out on the tackle on the back end for stopping him for 2 yards.
Yeah, Lae again. I mean, he is just everywhere. He just throws away the would-be blocker for Lahainaluna and is able to make the play himself. And he has done this time and time again here this afternoon.
So 2nd and 8 now after a 2-yard gain. 5:43 and counting here in the third quarter. 14-10 is our score if you just joined us. Again, long snap count here. Tejada will go right side. Almost brought down in a backfield, but getting enough of him was number 25 on the tackle.
Yep, that was a Nicky Comelamela again. He has been huge here, and again, he's able to penetrate into the backfield before Tejada can take it to the next gear. But as you see, good job by the Kapaa defense. They're able to take on the blockers. Tejada really had nowhere to go. Even if he was to turn the corner, he had the sideline and a whole bunch of white shirts in the area.
So due to that huge stop, we'll set up a 3rd and 13 now from the Lahainaluna 31-yard line.
Lahainaluna 3 for 6 on third downs here so far.
As there's a penalty, and this is the delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And that's going to really set back Lahainaluna really far to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, you know, already 3 Luna penalties here in the third quarter. And they're losing that field position battle here, regardless if they get a touchdown or not. Good job here by Kapaa, but a lot of Luna's mistakes.
So here's Storr. See, kind of fakes the run, now rushes out of the pocket, has some open space, and then will kind of head out of bounds there. And really great coverage that time from the Kapaa defense. Storr was trying to find something open on the play. Good coverage there.
Yeah, Jaren Paleka, he was running step for step with the downfield receiver. Very curious on 3rd and long. No Kai Bookland in the game. You remember Bookland, 3 touchdowns 2 years ago in the 7 overtime thriller against Konawaina. He is their number 1 deep threat, but nowhere to be found on that last play.
Kachawat and Kahanu Davis back to return off of the Storr punt. And Storr gets a nice air under this one. We'll take a short Lahainaluna bounce to the Kapaa sideline and change of fields here as Kapaa now will take over and really defenses on both sides really stepping up to kind of hold both sides offenses here in the second half with 4:30 to go.
I mean, a huge victory here for the Kapaa defense there. Forced Lahainaluna in a 3 and out. And this is prime time here for Kahanu Davis and the offense to see if they can respond.
So here we go. Double wides up top, and now they'll put a man in motion. As Baba now will get a couple yards there, as now there's a big pile up that will be stopped at the 42-yard line. And, you know, Baba now has, I'm looking forward to seeing more plays being called for him to set everything up.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think the base of the offense lies with Baba now. Kahanu Davis will pose as that dual threat. He's a secondary option. He, you know, of course, he can throw the ball downfield as they did, you know, in the semifinals. If you guys remember last year's state championship game between these two, Davis took a lot of downfield strikes. We haven't seen a lot of that here so far.
Number
Both teams just
51,
trying to get control.
Lahainaluna must leave for 1 play due to equipment violation.
And so it looks like they were checking the spot of where the ball is going to be. So now it's officially at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 8 to go on the right hash. Kapaa moving from left to right. And here's Baba now as And he'll get tripped up for another couple of yards here. And you know, like, if you get 3 to 4 yards, that's really what you're trying to do if you're trying to run the ball. But if you get 2 yards, that's pretty much like a short win here for the defense.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They need to have third and makeable,
and looks like this was a unusual snap play, as I think we saw this in the first half. And there's a penalty on the sideline as Kahanu Davis made a run to the left side, top side of the field. He got the first down, but I think this penalty might be on the way that play kind of set up in the beginning.
Yeah, it was hard to tell who flinched first.
Substitution infraction. Player did not leave the field before the snap. Defense. Penalty is declined. Result, first down.
So it was a penalty against Lahainaluna. So the play will stand. It will be declined by Kapaa. We look back here, Ryan.
Yep, it's a quick snap play. It's almost if Kahanu Davis, the center, and maybe a couple other people knows that it's going to be a quick count here. But no one, picked that up there.
So Bubba now gets the carry on the near sideline. And he'll get ushered out of bounds. There's a penalty on the run. Bryson Ricard on the tackle for the Lunas. And this looks like to be in the area of holding. Which, I mean, so far, we haven't seen, like you said, too many penalties in that first half. And now in the second half, now they're slowly making a
holding.
Small
offense number 72, 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Now the penalties are slowly starting to make an impact on this game.
Yeah, no doubt about it here. And this is huge here because Kapaa had a little bit of momentum after that 3-and-out stop by the defense here. And now they're going to spread things out here. No running back, 5 receivers.
So 1st and 20. After the penalty, Davis will fake the handoff. Now they're going to set up a wide receiver screen. Pass is caught by Iwamoto. And Iwamoto will get back to midfield here. So a good pickup of 6 on the play. A nice open field tackle from Ekolu Matthias.
Yeah, and this is a high percentage play here for the Warriors. Just a little tunnel screen there. And they have gone to Iwamoto a lot here. And you can see he's very dependable. Tough runner also.
2nd and 13. Trips to the near side. They put a man in motion in Castro. Castro will be given the fake as Kahanu Davis will keep it. And we'll get no gain here on 2nd down.
Yep, Lahainaluna not fooled here in the option read. They all went for Davis on that play. Good recognition, good discipline here by the Big Red Machine. And you can see there, number 42 for Lahainaluna did not buy that. That's Matai Mataafa. He made the play go on that play defensively.
So 3rd and 13 from midfield. Davis going to take a shot downfield to Iwamoto. Has the arm, but way too out of bounds there. As Bryson Ricard in coverage there for the Lunas will set up a 4th down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure Iwamoto had to go on a straight go route there. There was some hesitation there. I don't know if it was a stop and go type of play. We'll check it out here on the replay. Davis can launch a ball downfield. It was a little wayward for Iwamoto. Maybe he geared down because it was an overthrown pass.
So Laakea Gonzalez will check back in, and he'll get a nice end over and punt. As Trey Ricard on the return, trying to get some open space. Now there's some penalties, and we've got 3 to 4 banana peels on the field. Look out, as the referees are going to have to sort through this one. But it looks like it's in the area of blocking the back.
Yep, no doubt about it. I mean, that block that sprung it out to the outside there, that was the key block, and that was the illegal block there by the Lunas. And as you can see, there were a lot of penalty flags on the turf. An obvious call, easy call there for the officials.